All right, start off with, if you had a time machine and you go back and change anything in Fables, any regrets you might have made, like killing a character maybe, something you could have done more with, what would it be?
Okay, now if I had a time machine, I would not go back and change anything in Fables.
Excellent.
Because long before that, I'd go back and say the dumb thing that I said to Taffy Clark in the 4th grade, and why she never spoke to me until we both grew up. And she accidentally spoke to me then at my best friend's wedding because she didn't realize who I was, and then she remembered, and then anyway said,
What did you say?
I can't tell you. It's a long story. There's no short version. But all I can say is, if I had a time machine, that's the first thing I'd fix. However, if I could fix anything in Fables, there's constant things. The thing that's about any writer you'll ever meet, any artist you'll ever, anyone who's in any storytelling business you'll ever meet, is when they look back at their old stuff, all they can see is, I wish I'd done this instead of this and this, that type of thing. So the answer is everything. So it's good that there's never going to be time machines, because serial fiction is the art of do the best you can and then walk away. To improve it, do better next time. You can't just constantly be rewriting. If you constantly rewrite the past, you're George Lucas making Greedo shoot first, and that doesn't make anybody happy.
Perfect answer.
Wait, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek, if you allow me specific episodes and allow me to discount others. Now, for example, Journey to Babel, the story of Spock, his conflict between saving his dad or doing his duty on the Enterprise. It was a wonderfully written thing, and it proves that the new Star Trek movie was bourgeois, because there's that scene where Spock is in charge of the Enterprise in battle, and he leaves his post, beams down to save his parents. Now, yes, the need to save your parents is vast, but Spock would never have done that, and that is drama, and that's why that movie does not actually exist.
Alternate universe, though.
What?
Completely different character, alternate universe.
No, he's not a completely different character. Kirk is a completely different character because he grew up without his dad. Spock didn't.
Yes, true. Valid point.
All right. What's your favorite fairy tale?
My favorite fairy tale of all time, that I didn't write, the Pied Piper of Hamelin story, which I did a take on in Peter and Max. It's a fairy tale that's based on a real incident. In 13th century Hamelin, there really was a night when 132, maybe 136 children disappeared overnight. They never solved that. It destroyed the town. I mean, it really did. And so they made up all these legends on what really happened, including the Pied Piper. That's the one that lasted. If you go to Hamelin now, it is Pied Piper references everywhere. There's the rats, there's the pipers, they do festivals, they have the children following them out of town. The whole town, it just lives for that moment. So what you're saying is the evil guy won. He killed the town and seduced it, and it's been that ever. That kind of power. That's storytelling power. So yeah, that's always been my favorite. Lots of other favorites, but that is the only real one.
Now I have a question for you. When I first started reading comic books, you were writing Tim Drake, Robin.
Right.
When you unmasked Tim Drake to his parents, to his dad.
Yeah.
Is that your decision or DC's?
It was my decision, and it was DC's decision, and here's how. I was going to have that when I was on Robin. I was going to have that like this vast, 2-year-long storyline.
Okay.
And then they came to me and said, "Oh, by the way, Tim Drake's dad is dying because of this identity crisis.
Yes.
So if you want to do anything with the dad, better do it quick."
Okay.
And I'm saying, "But wait, I have the thing with the thing and the thing and the thing." And they said, "Yeah, you can still do that." And I go, "No, it's going to be 2 years ago. No, just do it quicker." So, over a long period of time, Dad was going to find out Robin was Robin.
Yeah.
Tim Drake was Robin. I had to truncate it and have the old cliche of the finding the closet with the hidden costume in the back. So I had to hurry a few things along. But I love doing that. I love the fact because it was a story about duty. And Tim Drake Robin is a story about learning the superhero business from the best teacher in existence. No one better.
Yes.
It's his sense of character. And on one hand, and he's got two fathers. He's got Batman pulling him in this direction. Is like, you're one of the few people with the ability to do this job, so you have a responsibility to do this job. And the father, which is, well, come on, this is ridiculous. You have to grow up and be safe. Yeah. And he was being pulled in these impossible directions. And being Tim Drake, he's like, okay, father found out I'm unmasked. I have to quit because he's my dad. But then later on, when the crap came down and stuff like that, it's like, well, I don't just because he said, Dad, you can't be a superhero, I don't just stand by and watch people die. I have to step up. There were a paradox of responsibilities, and he had to try and thread that needle. What perfect drama that is to find a way through two mutually exclusive absolutes. I love doing that.
Excellent.
I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did.
Okay,
no, that was
good.
perfect. That was perfect.
Last question. Probably been asked it before. I still would love to hear your answer. What's your opinion on Once Upon a Time and Grimm?
Love it.
Oh,
Love
okay.
it. Look, anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to say I hate it. They're ripping us off. Look,
I was afraid for him to ask that. I was like, he might get mad.
folklore is folklore.
Okay.
What it means by definition is all the folk own it.
Okay.
And they don't own it collectively. It's not like we want to do a Snow White story, so we have to all get the entire world together and vote on what the Snow White story is.
Yeah.
No, we each own all this stuff individually. It belongs to the folks. So I'm doing my Snow White stories. They're doing their Snow White stories.
Right.
Grimm is doing their stuff. I haven't actually seen much of Grimm because it's more Buffy-esque,
Right. Yeah.
using fairy tale characters rather than vampires.
Yes.
Right.
But it's everyone doing like folk tales with the stuff that we all own. I mean, look at this. The entire world, every single person, and that's the definition of folk tales. All these stories from all over the world, every single human being in the world is born owning them. We're all born rich, and some of us just get the chance to exploit our investments. Yeah.
If they asked you to write an episode of Once Upon a Time, would you do it?
Of course.
All right.
Yeah.
You hear that? Once Upon a Time? He's down.
Yeah, of course. The first thing that would happen is the kid. I forget the main kid's name. We'd see his room, and there'd be Fables comics everywhere. but yeah, if they asked me to do an episode,
Okay.
I'd do it in a New York minute. That's a lie, though, because I'm slow. New York minutes are quick. I'd get it in eventually.
You should start now, then.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess that's about you. You have your thing soon. Thank you very much. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
this.
Really
Thank you so
appreciate your time.
much.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
You bet.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Very good.